And then Josh like shows me his phone under the table.
That he closed it?
I'm like, no freaking way. That just topped off the whole day. While I'm closing my fourth deal, I find out that there's a solar close. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made like 7,000 today. It was just crazy.
We're rolling, dude. We're live.
We'll send it off with a 2 clap.
Hey, welcome to the Maven Experience, where we share our journeys
The Maven Experience.
to become mavens. If you don't know what a maven is an expert in a particular field. And we are all on the path to becoming our own mavens.
Yes, sir.
Right now, we are with some mavens, some freaking sales mavens.
Yes, sir.
We got our boy Aydin in the house.
Yep, it's me.
Aydin.
Let's go.
New rookie on the sales team out here.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Killing it.
We got Jimmy back.
King James. Summer 2.
King James, summer
Let's
number
get
2.
it.
And then we got our boy Diego over here, rookie,
How we doing?
killing it.
Hello, Super D-Mac.
Okay, little shout out to somebody.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
That's me.
okay, cool. So, a couple things I want to talk about today. Aydin and Diego are amazing rookies. They're doing great. I want to talk to the other rookies that are out there in the sales space. There's a lot of guys out in different markets, pounding the pavement, knocking on doors, selling pest control, solar, alarms, roofing, gutters, lawn care.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big industry.
Right.
We're 2 weeks in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys,
Flew by
they flew by.
so fast. It
It
feels
flew by.
like a couple days, man.
A lot of guys are probably thinking, what the freak did I just get into?
A lot of guys.
A lot of guys, right?
We've already
Even
had a couple
myself.
quit.
We've already had 2. Well, 1 for sure. Maybe a second casualty already. Okay.
Really? Oh.
So now you guys are on a different experience right now. You guys are doing good. We'll start with Aydin. What have you been doing to achieve the level of success so far in the program?
So far, I've been knocking on every door I see. You know, I'm not picking and choosing. I'm not cherry picking houses.
A little closer to the mic.
So far, I've been pretty much picking on every houses I want. I'm knocking on every door. I'm not cherry picking houses. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I like this house. It looks better. Right. 9 times out of 10, that house might buy, but the house next to it that you didn't knock might buy as well. Right. So my goal right now is to knock 100 houses a day. Right. If I don't hit 100, there's something wrong. Right. If I hit 100, I know I'm going to make a sale. I know I'll get 2 or get 3 or whatever the numbers are. If I don't hit 100, my hopes for getting a sale are not there. Right.
Bro,
I like that.
How long have you been doing this?
This is my I've been doing this 2 weeks. I did a blitz. I did 1 blitz. So that was a week before we came out here, right? But that was my learning blitz. I was in training every day. We trained morning, we trained at night. Went to sleep at 2 a.m, practicing our pitches every day. All the rookies.
Bro, you're talking like a true vet right now.
That's what it
feel
takes.
I feel like a vet.
Hey,
I feel like
let's
I like
go.
that. So basically, when you go out and knock, like no matter what, you know you're hitting 100 doors. Like
I'm hitting
you
100
have
doors.
to. See, that's what it takes. You know, if you have the work ethic to do that, like you'll definitely run into a sale. You know, other rookies, that aren't really committed to having that mindset. They get in their head about it. And then they're just skipping houses like, oh,
Right.
I'll come back to that house later, or, I'll knock that a different day. Those are the deals that they're missing out on.
Yep.
The fact that you're doing that, you're getting those deals.
Yeah, and I
So
feel like
I like that.
honestly, I feel like if I wasn't doing that, I would not be where I am right now. I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
100%.
Yeah.
You're outworking your competition.
Trying my best. And one thing I've been telling myself is how can I be different than the next guy? Than the guy next to me, than the guy who was above me at one point. How can I do better than him? So that's why I bought a Segway. I bought a scooter. I invested into the job. I didn't just expect things to happen. I bought a scooter. I paid $800 for the scooter. I bought it used. And then it doesn't die for 2 days. I go knock 100 doors. I don't get tired. 7 p.m. Everybody's crying about they're tired. They've been walking all day. I'm on my scooter. I'm going through whenever I want. Go to the gas station if I gotta use the bathroom.
I need to invest in that. I've never tried it.
You'll love it. You'll probably make more than what you're making now.
Double.
You're hitting more doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys.
But like at the same time, when you get to learn the job as like a vet, like you're getting in every other house. So like most of the doors that I hit, like I just try to sell them. I don't try to knock as much doors as possible, which you guys will obviously get to that point.
Yeah, I've already experienced that. Yeah. Like, for me personally, like, I'm doing well. I would say for myself, like, I feel like I'm doing pretty good for where I'm at. Finishing as top rookie of week 2.
Yeah, let's go.
Money.
You know,
Yeah.
Money.
But yeah, like after that first sale on the second Saturday, I was like, dude, all right, let me just pitch these people and actually sell them rather than just knocking the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because half of the job is knocking, or like 80, 90% of the job is just knocking a door and see if they actually answer the door. Because some people aren't home, but the people that are home and they answer the door, I'm like, okay, let me actually sell them, rather than just like pitch them and, see if they're interested. But
So you're having more intent with it. You're like, okay, I'm trying to freaking make this happen. Like you're focused, your intentions are there for the
So
sale.
you're driven towards it. You're not just going through the motions. You're just
exactly,
you got to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
On your first week, did you make a sale?
No, actually, so my full first week, Monday through Friday, I didn't make a single sale, and I was like, damn, bro. I was thinking about switching hoods because that's just like the mindset like a lot of rookies have, like this hood is ass, or sorry, this hood sucks.
Sorry, Mom.
This hood sucks, and like, maybe it's just the hood,
Right.
And then I knocked the very first door that I knocked on that first Saturday, I knocked 4 times that week, Monday through Friday, never answered. It was the first door I knocked on Saturday, and I sold them, like, because they were home. Saturdays are totally different.
Oh yeah.
Saturdays are completely different ball game. So that's how I got my first sale that week. And then after that first sale, I was like, dude, I got to get another one. Like, it's so early in the day. Like, it's a Saturday. Everybody's home, and I got to get another sale. So, and then I did, and I got another sale. So, I mean,
Boom.
exact, like, just.
How did you feel? How did you feel after a 2-piece? Was that your first 2 spot?
That was no, it wasn't my first 2 spot, but my experience with my first 2 spot, I felt like the man. Like, I was like, dude, like,
Oh, I know. I feel you.
Like, I feel
it,
like you feel like you're just like the man, and you're slinging, and you're just out there, and you're just like, dude,
Just wait till
I'm
you
gonna sell anybody, bro. Like, I could sell you. I could sell you. I just like,
wait till how you feel when you hit your first 3 spot. It's gonna feel amazing.
I bet.
Jimmy doesn't know yet. He's still waiting for that feeling.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
No, he did 4 on Saturday. We'll talk about that.
I had
We'll
the
talk
best
about that.
Vivin day ever this Saturday.
Ever.
Smacked it up.
Ever.
Back to what you were saying. So after 2, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel good. Like you said I could sell anybody.
Exactly.
The easiest deal is the next deal.
Right.
Because your confidence is so high. Your third sale is easier than number 2.
Exactly.
Your fourth sale is easier than number 3 because you're in such a zone.
Yeah.
You're in the flow state. You are like your top peak
Yeah.
ability. Your confidence is so high. You're essentially just like, yeah, everybody's gonna buy from you.
You're just
right
like,
Exactly.
it's just like that they're gonna buy your next. You're just like, okay, I already know they're gonna do it.
Exactly.
now. That's the top guys in the industries. They don't stop because of a number they hit. They stop because it's the end of the day.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's the key right there. Is a lot of guys, a lot of vets will stop after they get 2, or they
feel
stop. Once they hit their own threshold, they stop. Right? It's like, hey, 3 for me is good, so they stop. But the guys are the top. They're like, they don't stop. Doesn't matter if they have 6. If they're still 30 minutes of daylight, they're still going.
The top guys they're never satisfied, ever.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'm
Never
assuming
satisfied.
like for you, Jimmy, you had 4 on Saturday, and that's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I feel good after 2. Like 2's cool, and then a 3 spot. Like, oh my goodness,
It's just
You
like,
got to raise that.
4.
You got to raise that bar, that mental bar you have. You got to raise that up.
you know, I honestly, I didn't even know I was gonna do 4. After the 2, I'm like, okay, because I can do a 2 spot most of the time. But I looked at the time, I was like, oh shit, like it's 4 p.m. right now. Like I'm gonna try to have the best Vivint day I've ever had in my life. Well, usually in general, like obviously
Best sales day.
obviously, like I'm never satisfied with having multiple sales on the day because I'm gonna try to get as much as possible. So after that too, it just really had like set my day up like for a great day to go do 2 more. So I'm like, okay, I'm definitely hitting 2 more. I don't even care.
Right,
It was kind of weird because it's like the manifestation, right? So I'm like, that would be crazy if I get a 3rd one and then knock like a next door and then get 1 more.
Right.
That's exactly what happened.
Right.
After my 2nd one, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go hit this door. Sold them. Then it was like 6:30. Then I was like, bro, this is gonna be insane if I get 1 more. And I go knock 2 more doors.
Right.
Fatty. Sell a fatty. And
With
what
solar.
topped it?
With solar.
Yeah, what topped it? No, it wasn't with solar. It was my 2nd deal. That's where I set my solar lead for John. While I'm in the house closing my last deal, John posts it in the group chat, and then Josh like shows me his phone, under the table.
That he closed it.
I'm like, no freaking way. That just topped off the whole day. While I'm closing my 4th deal, I find out that there's a solar close. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made like 7,000 today. It was just crazy. It just topped it off.
And that's just in the one day. Too.
One day.
How much did you make on that week total?
The week.
Because you hit like at least 1 or 2 before, no?
No, the week. That day I made like 2,500 with my smart home. That's without solar.
Right.
With solar, I made like 5K with solar, but my whole entire week from all my sales, I made 4,100, and then plus my solar, $7,000.
Goodness
7 on the week. 7 bands.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 7
That's
bands.
just
Well,
on
on
one
Saturday, it was like 5,000.
Right.
Saturday,
Did a big Saturday. Massive
The
Saturday.
fattest Saturday you've ever had.
that is one because the most deals I've ever closed, like when I was a rookie, it was my first 3 spot, and it was on a Saturday last summer.
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, I have the opportunity to beat it, and I did it. I got a 4 spot, so now my next goal, my goal for at least one of the weeks in the summer is to hit a 6 spot in one day.
Oh,
That's my goal.
I believe it, bro. It's your 2nd year, and you're killing it already, bro.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
dude. You're gonna hit it for sure. Like it's destined. It's only 2 weeks in, so I mean we've got.
That's the crazy thing too, because I wasn't expecting it for it to come this early, like to hit a 4 spot in one day. We're in the 2nd week. It doesn't even feel like
That's
it.
insane, bro.
What do you feel like? What if you were to be talking to the other rookies out there that are out there grinding? Like, what is the key to having a big Saturday? What do you feel like was like what time are you starting? What time are you getting off the doors? Are you taking lunches? Are you taking break? Are you like what's your mindset for Saturday? What are your Saturday habits?
So obviously, it's always the work ethic. It's always the grind.
It's not the pitch.
It's not the pitch at all. I mean,
Facts.
It's
Mic drop.
If
not
you're
the pitch.
doing the right pitch, obviously, if you're doing a pitch and you're not saying the right stuff, then it's the pitch.
Right.
right.
But if you know what you're saying, it's not the pitch.
If you know a basic pitch, that's what.
But I would say
There's no special pitch.
There's no special
Right.
pitch.
Yeah. No. Never.
There's little one-liners that I use in different situations, but you learn that on as you do the job.
Right.
But obviously, it's always the grind. The key to having a big Saturday is to obviously not get that satisfaction. If you get 1 or 2 deals, you just have to keep going and still, be driven to get more deals. Obviously, on Saturdays, you have to make sure that you're getting out there on time, right? So you got to get out there earlier, and then you want to make sure you're knocking in the dark as well, too,
Oh yeah.
to get these extra deals. Because, most people, they're already, they're already, what's the word? They're already used to knocking regular hours,
Right.
Monday through Friday,
Right.
2 to 9 p.m.
The same hood too.
So when you go into a Saturday, it's like, okay, I can at least knock those hours and still get one sale.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But if you treat a Saturday like a Saturday is supposed to be treated, then, you know, you could have a big Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
You could have over 2 deals.
And you know what stopped me from like pushing myself on Saturday was the weather, because weather obviously is a thing for like door-to-door salesmen. It's hot on some days, and some days it's cold. Some days it's raining, pouring rain. And this Saturday was bad because like in my hood specifically, it was pouring down, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to knock.
Yeah,
But-
I get that. When I was a rookie too, that was a big thing.
Right.
But you know how you overcome that when it's raining?
Just keep pushing.
The only way to get out of the rain is to go get into a house.
Exactly.
So that's my motivation. When it rains, I'm going to go pitch that door like I never pitched before.
Right.
I'm going to sell them. And I'm going to be in there, you know, I'm going to sell them. And if it's still raining, I'm going to make a friend real quick and chill there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And then when
You're
it
gonna get
dials down,
You're gonna get a referral and then drive to their sister's house and close her.
even that, you know,
Exactly.
better. Yeah.
So, one thing that I've heard I'm not going to take credit for this quote because I heard it, but there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad
Bad gear.
gear.
Yeah.
There's teams in Alaska. Shout out to the guys in Alaska.
Oh yeah.
There's
shout
guys
out to that.
I couldn't
freaking,
do
they're
that.
knocking in the snow right now. It's like 50 degrees. They're in jackets. Like,
No excuses.
Right.
and we got like a warm, like shower temperature rain out
gotta
here.
get-
You know what I mean? It's like, there's always, the thing
Yeah.
is, there's always worse. I always tell myself that if I feel like it's a situation where it's like crappy, in my mind, I'm just like, it's always worse somewhere else. And I'm like, glad that where I'm at.
That's definitely what I was thinking like this Saturday too, because like I was in the rain, it was pouring, and I was pitching while people were just watching me in the rain, soaking wet, and I'm just like,
They're like, what are you doing out here, you psycho?
exactly. They were like, dude, just get under the porch, man. Come over here. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, thank you. But I mean, like, yeah, like in the back of my mind, I was just like, dude, we could be in Alaska, like you said, pitching in the snow during blizzards and stuff. Like, dude,
Imagine.
like, we have it made right now. I
Is
mean, God
Alaska-
bless,
Hey, we're in Florida.
but
It don't
Is
get better than
Alaska
We're chilling.
is that a good market? Is Alaska a good market?
Market is what you make it.
Obviously.
that's a good saying,
But like I can't see like no crime in Alaska. I can't see that.
dude. Oh, Alaska's
Oh.
bad, dude. I heard
Anchorage
know
is
that.
like really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anchorage, of course, yeah. I heard in my last job, this dude used to live in Alaska, and he was like, dude, Alaska's freaking bad. Like, it's bad. Like, people steal like nothing out there.
I wasn't expecting that, to
Well,
be
people in
honest.
Alaska too, because of the oil reserves. If you're a resident in Alaska, the state, don't quote me on this, we'll have to fact check it, but I've heard that the residents in Alaska get paid by the state like $1,000 a month
Word?
because of the like oil that they're pumping out of Alaska. So,
Oh,
so the residents already like pretty much have money. They all have great credit. The
Ooh,
hard part with Alaska is it's very spread out. So essentially every sales rep is in a car. Like they're in their car and they're using their car to go drive to a house
So they're like
and drive up the
house hopping?
the like driveway,
Right.
park their car, get out and knock the door, and they got to drive down the road like a football field length and go to the next one. It's like spread out like that.
all right, okay.
But
that's
because
a lot
of
more
that,
tough.
yeah, so you have to be disciplined. It's a market where if you're not disciplined, your car could be the like detriment to your whole program,
Yeah,
Sounds,
which we see happen a lot.
sounds like a market
Right.
for T Woody.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Slanging.
the quicker you can get to the door, the better,
yeah.
right? So if you have the discipline to use your car, I mean, use it.
100%.
If you don't use it. Like
I-
get dropped off.
It's definitely not a good thing for like a rookie.
It's a harder battle for the
Like-
rookies.
Like
yeah,
for your rookie season, I would say, don't have a car. Just go through your rookie
Exactly.
season and do the the grind like
Yeah.
how you're supposed to, have your rookie season, experience it all.
Yeah.
But scooter, great. Scooter, segways, things that are going to help you get to the next door the quickest,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Because it's a numbers game.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And
The
once
more
you're-
doors
and-
you knock,
And once you've been on a scooter, bro, or a Segway,
you don't want to go back.
bro, I'm telling you, when you're back on foot, you're like, you feel like you're moving in slow motion.
Dude,
You feel like you're not going to get to enough houses.
No,
in the day.
I'm different. Like I'm different about that because I tried the Segway before, and like my blood doesn't flow. Like when I'm walking, it makes me like more into it because my blood is just flowing more. Like
Right.
I'm getting more exercise, so I feel like it's like keeping me dialed in. When I go right on the Segway, my body's not moving, so I get like more tired. If that makes sense.
Does not make sense, actually.
I kind of get it.
you
I
get it.
kind of get what you
I
mean.
get tired walking my ass.
No, I'm the opposite. Well, see, that's me, the opposite. Like us sitting down right now, since I'm not up and moving,
You're
like,
freaking getting so tired.
I get tired. But if I'm up and I'm moving, my blood is flowing, then I'm like, I'm in my zone.
I feel that. I understand that. But at the same time, like, you want to knock as many doors as you can.
That's the key. That's the key.
That's what I'm saying.
Is if he's gonna knock 20 doors in the day because he has a Segway, and he's working just as hard as you, but you only can get to 10 because you're walking, like he's gonna close more deals.
Exactly.
Like, it's just how it is.
Statistics.
Now, the way I look at it is, yeah, energy wise, I can see where you're coming from on your end for sure. But for me, like, I can make sure all my energy is exerted into the pitch.
Exactly.
Instead of half my energy me walking around in the sun and sweating and
Sir.
like,
I'll put it like this. I just love the grind. I like grinding.
I like
Put it
mon-
like that.
I like money.
Money comes with it.
Grind on a Segway. Ride a Segway so hard that your blood's
Dude.
pumping, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
that's the hack, bro. Like, ride that shit so hard you get the blood pump and you're on the Segway.
Start doing some tricks on it and shit.
Yeah, just right on handstand Segway.
One
Hey,
legger.
Go
if anybody
crazy.
can do it, it's Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy could do it.
Oh yeah.
Backflip off the Segway. Like, yeah, do whatever.
I'll land.
Or,
back
dude,
on
ride the
Segway.
Segway and bring some dumbbells and just freaking do presses while you're on the Segway, dude. Like,
That's actually
the
not a
neighbors
bad
will be
idea.
like, yo, you seen the guy lifting weights on the Segway, like, while he's cruising? Dude,
gonna sell everyone in the neighborhood.
you'll be like jacked. You'll be quick. Yeah, it's like,
Or if you feel tired at the door, ring the doorbell, do some push-ups as soon as you're pushing. And then as soon as they open the door, whew, all right, hey, how's it going? I'm Diego with Vivi. You know what I mean?
Good little
you're-
icebreaker.
I think we're on to something. I think we just cracked
We
the
could.
code. Yeah.
We might have just cracked it.
So let me backtrack a little bit to Aydin. What did you do before you got into sales?
So before I got into sales, I was a mechanic. I mean, I'm still a mechanic, right? I fix cars. It
dog.
never goes away.
I'm
I
gonna
was
pause you
doing
really
that-
quick. Will you
Yeah.
bring your mic like another inch up to your mouth?
So,
Oh, so much better. So
way
much
better,
better, yeah.
way better.
Way better.
So before I was a mechanic, right? 10 years. I've been doing that for 10 years. I'm a master mechanic, so I can do everything, right? What made me do sales is because I don't want to do this for 30 years. I don't want to be dirty when I'm 45. I don't want to be under a car when I'm 45, right? I want to be clean. Look at my hands. They're white.
Clean, baby.
Right?
Clean.
This is not normal for me. These are my dogs. These things right here get black every day.
Let's go.
So now that I'm out here, right, I might not be making as much money yet, but I'm a rookie. But I already know I'm gonna do better than I was before, no matter what, based off my experience till this day. You know, yeah, I didn't make 10 grand this month, but you know, I made a good amount where I can feel positive about my next week, right? Not like some of the other guys are like, oh, I'm ready to quit, but you just got to keep going. You know, you just got to keep going. One thing I've been learning, this is all new to me. I'm not a sales guy. I'm a mechanic, right? I can tell you what you need on your car and tell you how much it's going to be. You're probably going to pay. I don't have to sell you, right? When I came into this, I had the mentality of, oh, I can do it. I can sell. My first week, I didn't sell nothing, okay? I didn't sell nothing till Friday, right? Because I was shouting for 3 days. Didn't sell nothing. Then I went out, didn't sell nothing. Friday, I got my first sale. Saturday, I got my second sale. The next week, didn't make a sale until Friday again. So that was 4 days. I was like, damn, do I really want to do this? Then I got my sale. Then the next day I got another one. So it was like a domino effect, right? So when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, this is just the beginning, you know? And it
Just
just
get
gets
started.
better.
Yep.
Came in the summer, my first week, I got 4 deals. Okay, that's a blessing. It doesn't get better than that, right? As a rookie, your first deal, your first week. So yeah, there's things like that that just keep me going. You
That's
know,
awesome.
and I was a mechanic. I was fixing cars.
Exactly.
I don't see myself doing that ever again, right?
Yeah.
Unless I have
Right.
to.
Yeah, I mean, this is sales. It's something you got to learn, and then you got to go through your learning curve,
Right.
which you're going through right now. Once you're past it,
It's over.
you just you're making money from there, from there on.
So now you're making money with your mouth instead of your hands.
Exactly. My
You're
mouth
just
is
like-
doing the money. My
Oh.
mouth is making my money for me.
Right.
Not my hands, not my body. I'm not laying under a car. I'm not pulling out an engine that weighs so much, potentially could kill me, hurt me. Nothing. The only hurt I'm getting is if somebody wants to bother me on their hood. Right. That's the only way I'm gonna get hurt. Other than that, and that's like 10%.
Never.
Who cares?
Never
It's so
happens.
rare.
Less than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So mechanic, man, that's crazy because a lot of people like a mechanic, that's pretty blue collar, like hands on, and they go
Right.
straight from that to like sales, right? Because a lot of guys will come from like being like working in the restaurant or like a
Right.
server,
Right
it's like
here.
something. So that's you. So you're coming from like just hard labor, like I'm a mechanic, and then all of a sudden I'm going right into sales.
And I ran my own business. So I wasn't just working for shops. I ran my own mobile mechanic business. So I'd go to people's houses. I'd make $3,000-$4,000 a day, or I'd make $5,000-$6,000 a week. Sometimes I make $20,000 a month. But the money doesn't matter if you're not happy. You know, the money, it doesn't mean nothing if you're coming home at 10 at night, you're going to sleep at 3 in the morning, unhappy because you're dirty. You had to deal with this headache. You had this one car that was making you like freak out all day. I don't have that feeling no more. I don't got those emotions going through my body. I don't got nothing bothering me other than my next day of grind. That's
Right.
it.
Will the relationship suffer, right? Because
Yep.
you're married, right?
I'm not married. I have a girlfriend.
And
Yeah.
then
But it does. It
do you have
does.
kids? You
No
have
kids.
No kids. So
No
it's your
kids.
girl. Your girl.
Yeah.
As you guys get older and you have a family, it's like, yeah, you could grind too hard, right?
Right.
You got to find that balance of like, hey, I want to bring home the cheddar for the family, but then also too, I don't want to miss out on the relationships
Yeah.
too. Like,
I was working 7 days a week. You know, I barely had time for me. I barely had time for my girl. Barely had time for anything. I didn't really hang out with family. It was just work, 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 work. When I'm doing this, yeah, we might be working every day. Might not see family, see the girl, whatever. I already know though. In 5 months, I have all the time I need to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
America's
the best part.
America's
Have a good
best kept secret, baby.
Yep.
It's the best part of this job.
The off season is great, man. I'm telling you. Once you go through
yeah.
this, once you experience the off season, it's man, like that's why we do it, right? And props to the guys that sell year round. Props to you guys. I tried that for 2 years and it just like wasn't for me. Like I like the fact that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's like an end date, right? You're like eventually I know it's done and we get to go.
Yeah.
And you kind of the clock's ticking all year and there's competitions and like that energy is like what the magic of the summer program is that for 4 months we're hyper focused on our goal.
Right.
We're hyper focused on hitting the money that we want to make. We want to make a year's worth of income in 4 months, and we know that eventually there's an end to it. So it makes it a little easier to like push through it, right?
Right.
You're
Right.
a lot more motivated and driven because you only have 4 months to make as much money as you can.
Imagine
Right.
if you did this all year and there was no end.
You're
And
just
then- and
going
then we
through the
did this
motions.
at home. Imagine if we did this
You couldn't
without a
do it.
market.
Yeah, zero.
On our
Zero.
own as an
Zero.
individual guy. You're not gonna knock every day. You're not gonna knock
No.
6
not
days
the
a
same.
week. You're not gonna knock till 9 p.m.
No.
You're not gonna go to meetings. You're not gonna train. You'll
You'll just go you'll go hit a few doors and then you'll make up some excuse why you want to go home.
You might make
Exactly.
2 deals a month,
Maybe.
maybe if
Maybe.
you're lucky.
Yeah.
So that's the big difference.
The best part about this too is that like we can get people set up same day. That's the best part because like we have technicians in the way or in the area. They can get set up right right away. They can try out the system, see if they like it, and if they do, you get paid. You know what I mean?
If
Like,
we didn't have same day, like if we had the schedule out, we wouldn't be getting half of those deals.
exactly, bro,
Half of them.
exactly.
Third looks.
I'm not gonna even
We
waste
love
my
those.
time.
Those things aren't good. They're not going in.
Those are fire though. I like third looks though,
Nah,
because
nah.
then, well, for me, like personally, like I
Stay
like
away.
I like third looks because like it's just people that are kind of struggling, right?
Right.
And they have bad credit, and they're maybe broke, but like we're hooking them up with the best system in their environment because obviously they're probably living in the hood where a lot of crime is happening, and we're hooking them up with like the dopest stuff that's preventing crime from happening. You know what I mean? Like
For sure. If
It's
they
the
get
stuff-
it, for sure it's great.
exactly,
get it.
If they get it.
exactly. If they get it,
I've
Which I
went through
agree,
it and
I
I've
agree.
learned from third looks that it's a waste of time. Even if they do get installed, it's probably going to become unfunded at the end of the year. Right? Half of them will go unfunded.
Right.
Because they got to pay their bill on time
And then-
till
Yeah,
January.
that's true.
If you do close a third look, you're sitting there for an hour and a half trying to negotiate. Okay, say you do close it.
Right.
Technician pulls up, from a week from now, it doesn't even go in.
Right.
Because they can't afford to put it up front.
Yeah.
So
But it's kind of like up to us to put it into their mind that like
instead of you
our
wasting your
stuff-
time doing the third look, you could be out and going knocking doors and sell a sits
right.
instead of you
Yep.
doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good for rookies though. For
Yeah.
you guys, I feel like it's good because you are able to. Number one, you get the practice of going through the process.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And more than anything, I think you gain that confidence of feeling like, hey, I got something.
You're selling them.
Yeah,
Like
you got
you're
you
actually
close the deal.
Right.
It might not have got installed, but you got that. Now that confidence you have of like, hey, I went through the whole process. That is also valuable for a rookie. Now
Exactly.
vets, Jimmy, myself, we're probably like, if it's a third look and if they don't have the money on the spot,
Yeah.
I'm dipping.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit
I'm
there
counting
and
that,
negotiate.
and maybe I'll schedule it out till payday or whatever. If I do that in my head, that's not a deal though. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
it's
I get
not
you.
like gonna affect me or anything. Like
I get that.
Right.
I understand.
But for rookies, it's actually great
Yeah.
because last year we wouldn't have been able to sell those at all.
Right.
That
I know.
That would have been a
That's
fail. They'd have to pay up front for everything. So
I remember those days.
yeah,
And then
See,
those
I'm still a
accounts,
rookie, but-
if they cancel within 6 months, we lose out.
you lose your back end, you lose your pay scale.
Don't
But
want
yeah, in a rookie perspective, it's good for you guys to get it down and go through the process. With me, like if I run a third look, I'm not gonna even discount the. Can I say panel? Discount.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drop price. I'll tell them, I'll be like, hey, if you got the money, you want to do it. If they say yes, I'll do it. If not, I'm not gonna sit there and negotiate. I'm just gonna go to the next store and try to find my sits and then same day it instead of
Right.
doing that. Because
I get that.
at the end of the summer, if you're closing third licks the whole time, you're gonna have half of your sales are gonna be gone. Like you're gonna have a lot less projection.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm just
I feel
focusing
you.
on same day sits.
That's where I kind of feel
Sell a
like
lot more.
it comes up to us though too, like to put it into their heads as us salesmen. We put it into their heads that like we're preventing crime from happening in your environment. So like as important, like we got to put that into their heads that like this is important for you to have this stuff, so that we don't have anybody come over here and try to mess with your stuff. You know what I mean? So as much as we make it important to them as us salesmen, like we got to put that all out there, and then it's up to them to see if they want to fund it. You know what I mean? Like keep paying their payments and everything like that. And that's out of our control. But like for us salesmen, like we got to put into their heads, like, we're protecting your guys' stuff.
Yeah.
And preventing crime.
9 times out of 10, if you're doing a third look, means you're probably not in the best area. Those people already know they need it, right?
Right.
The only thing is they just can't afford it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So
That's tough.
at the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself with time, cancellations, and time.
That's
Time is money.
even if they do it same day, they pay the upfront money and they get installed the same day. A couple months down the road, they probably can't afford it, and then that's where it goes unfunded and you don't get paid for it.
Right.
That's my big thing about it. Like, yeah, it's nice, you get the EFP up front and the pay, but
Right.
it'll go unfunded.
if they pay, I feel like if they have the money up front, then the chance of them funding is actually pretty good.
Right.
It's the ones where they're like, "Hey, I have no money in my bank account right now. I got to do it in 2 weeks." That one's the
Well,
one.
yeah,
that's gonna have a
obviously,
higher, like-
obviously, yes. But I'm saying in general, I'd rather go find a sits than
I would sign up if they have this. If they have the money today, I would sign that one up.
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Because some people have
Why
bad
wouldn't
credit,
you?
but they got a
Yeah.
boatload of money. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Their
yeah,
credit,
they got
they
the
just-
money for it, but their credit's just booty.
Yeah, they
you
just
know?
don't use the credit. So I want to pivot a little bit to Diego. So Diego, before sales, what were you doing?
I was a server at Texas Roadhouse.
We got to go after the pod. We got to go get a steak.
Hey, I'm down.
A good ribeye,
Yeah.
medium rare.
What are your sides? What are your sides? You get the ribeye. What do you get?
You know what? I actually go for the medallions. Those are 3-ounce fillets, filet mignons, with like 3 sides. So you can get rice. It usually comes with it. But I get mashed potatoes and corn, mashed potatoes loaded, sour cream, cheddar, butter, bacon, and then maybe a side of fries or maybe a side of a salad or something.
Whatever you're feeling.
Exactly. But yeah, I was working as a server. Every 2 weeks, I was making like 400 to 500, like between 300 and 500 every 2 weeks. And then every day that I was working, I was making at least $100, give or take. Fridays, Saturdays, maybe pushing 200. So my average monthly was like, I don't know, at most, very most was like 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah. But
2,000 a month.
yeah,
$500 a
maybe
week?
3,000. No, maybe 3,000.
700-800 a week.
Yeah, yeah. But then this past week, just put it in perspective of how like much of this job is such a blessing and such a golden opportunity to make as much money as you can. The one phrase that got me into this job was you make as much as what you put in. You know what I mean? Like as much as you put out into this job, you'll get in return.
Exactly.
And that's what sold me. Like, cause I know I'm a hard worker. I work hard at this serving job, at this Roadhouse job, and I only get paid a certain amount hourly. And then I make tips too. So like those tips are what I was making, for my hard work. But like, I know I could be making more. And that's what sold me on this job.
Exactly.
So like, I know that if I could put my worth ethic into this job and make way more money than what I feel like I could be making, it'll pay off. And this past week is a perfect example of that because I made about 2,000 on the past week, just 1 week.
Let's go. Dude.
Just
So you made
one
in 1 week you made what normally you'd make in a whole month.
Exactly.
So then, if you were still at Texas Roadhouse, you can put in the same exact work that you put in this week, but you're getting paid the same.
Exactly,
And
bro.
it was probably easier, wasn't it?
Yes, bro. That's the best part about it. Is like we're just talking to people, bro. Yep. We're just going to door, and the best part about this job is that there's no bad days. Like even if I bagel on a day, get no sales, I learned something from that day. Like last Friday, I didn't make any sales, but I talked to one dude, and he was a salesman before, and he just put me onto some game. Like, yeah, okay, I love your pitch and everything, but like you could be doing this better, and you could do this better and this better, and like I recorded it too, and I was just like, damn, man, like, yeah, dude, you're right, yeah, like I'm learning a lot. Like you learn every single day with this job. And that's the best part about this. Like, there's no bad days. Every day is a good day.
That's awesome. I remember thinking the same thing. My rookie season, I was like, after it was all over, I was like, bro, I just made like so much money, and I was just walking around with an iPad just talking to people.
Right?
I was like, what just happened? I was like, what just happened? I was like, I literally just walked around and talked to people with an iPad, and I made like $92,000.
It's easier than you think.
I was like, it didn't feel like work. That was the biggest thing for me is it didn't feel like work.
Exactly.
Like it wasn't like the other jobs. 'Cause I've done the restaurant jobs. I've done like, landscaping and stuff. Like I've done the manual labor, not mechanic. Actually, dude, check this out. You see the scar on my hand right here?
Ooh,
Yeah.
You see that?
battle scar.
I actually did work at Walmart, and I was in the tire and lube section at Walmart. Changing oil, bro. So I have been under a couple cars.
Hey.
That lasted for about a year, but yeah, I was trying to torque the whatever, and it just slipped off and then cut my hand under the thing.
I love
So this is like a mark of like
I got
back in
lots
the
of
day
those.
when I was working with my hands, So, but no, I remember having that same feeling. I was like, bro, I just was walking around talking to people, and like,
Dude.
that feeling of like, holy cow, and then knowing that I'm just gonna get better.
Oh my god.
That's the best part.
Like I just knew I was just gonna get better,
dude. Like,
and I
in
was
the-
like,
Yeah.
In the
It
back
will
of
never
my
stay the
head,
same.
in the back of my head, every single day is like, dude, this is just our first year.
This
Me
is
and you,
your-
like we're rookies.
Yo,
This
like-
is your second week. Like imagine at the end of the summer, like my rookie summer, I came in, bro, completely different person. By the end of the summer, I was changed. I went back home and people like didn't even know who I was because I was just a completely different person.
Your mind.
I
changed
leveled
and
up on every aspect of anything that I needed to level up on. Like I was completely different, you know.
That's what I love about
I agree
this,
with
man.
that.
And it's crazy too, because like this is my second year, and I still learn. You just like it's just continuous learning and learning and learning. It's just
Right.
the personal growth and development just never stops with this
Yeah.
job.
I mean, we're
Never
what,
stops.
about 4 weeks in, counting a blitz, right?
I'm about like
my
6, 7.
7, right? My physical health is better. Probably lost about 15 pounds, right? Eating different.
Oh, that's
feeling
fire.
different.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Confidence. My confidence level is different. I could never sit in front of a camera with the microphone and be okay.
Right.
Right. But now that I knock on doors, I'm talking to
Exactly.
100 people a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is nothing.
Slight.
This is nothing.
Slight work.
Right. Literally. So my confidence is
Slight.
up here.
Yeah.
My physical health is better.
Yeah.
My mental health is better. Right. When people call me, I used to be like, yeah, what's up, man? Now I'm like, hey, man, I'm busy. What's going on? I don't have time. I'm about to knock on a door. You know, like, what's going on? I don't have time to talk to you. So
It's like,
I knew what
I
you
got
mean by
better
that.
stuff to do. you
Right,
know?
exactly. Like, my mind
feel
is
you.
somewhere else compared to where it was before. Back then, I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Like, we'll have a cool chat. 10 minutes. I don't have 10 minutes to waste. I really don't. And even
Just
after
pointless
summer, I
stuff.
really don't feel like I have 10 minutes to waste because I'm so busy.
You kind of
somewhere
learn,
else.
you know, with this job too. Like you cut out all the stuff that you don't need, just like pointless stuff that's gonna hold you back or just like hold you down.
Great.
You just cut it all out, and then you go towards what's gonna, you know, keep leveling you up,
And
leveling
benefit.
you up, benefiting you as a person.
Right.
I'm going to share a little story with you guys. So I actually had a client earlier today that I was working with. Like I'm a life coach, and she's been doing like the 9-to-5 grind her whole life, right? And she got to this point in her life where she was sharing with me where she wants to pivot. She wants to start her own business. She wants to do her own thing, but she's scared. She's like, I'm just scared that it's not going to work out. I'm scared I'm going to fail. And I'm so comfortable right now in my 9-to-5. I'm just comfortable right now with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, do me a favor, go back to a time in your life where you were scared, but you overcame it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how did you feel after you overcame that fear?
Right.
And she was like, I felt super confident. I felt accomplished. I felt so good. And I was like, now pretend you're in that moment when you had accomplished that thing you were afraid of. Pretend you're in that moment now. What would that version of you tell yourself now?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I tell myself just to freaking do it.
Exactly.
And I was like, just freaking do it.
Hey, before we came
Take
out
that
here,
risk.
before
High
we
risk
came out here,
comes with high rewards.
like some of us drove from California, right? That right there was the obstacle. I was like, am I going to get there? Hell yes.
You're in the Prius, baby.
In the Prius.
In the
My
Prius.
300,000 mile Prius. It has a bunch of lights. Battery might be going bad, but nothing stopped me because I knew I had to be here, right? Nothing would stop me. Family, girlfriend, car, nothing. I had to be here. So at the end of the day, my mental was scared. I was scared. I didn't know if it was going to be good. I didn't know if I was going to do good. I didn't even know if I was going to make it. But I had to be here. I told myself, let's do it. Don't be scared. Don't stop yourself. Don't talk yourself out of it because you got to try it out. You won't know until you try.
The thing is, too, like what you were talking about with the 9-to-5 job, how I like to tell people it is they have nothing to lose because, okay, say you do take the risk and it doesn't work out at all, your 9-to-5 job will always be there. Like it'll always be there. You can always go back to the 9-to-5 job. You know, if it didn't work out, what did benefit from you is you learn from it and you know not to do it again.
Right.
Right. So if it doesn't work out, you learn from it. You can go back to your 9-to-5. But say you take the risk and it changes everything.
And that's where I was. I mean, I left
Right.
my business behind. I still get people message me every day. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I took my risk and I'm not going back. And I will not regret
So
it.
you could have went back, but
Yeah. I'm
it's
not
working out for you.
I have my car. I can go right now. I can go drive home. But I
Exactly.
don't want to. I don't want to.
But it changed your life.
It changed everything.
This changed your life.
Yeah.
It was the best risk you ever took.
Best
right?
decision I've ever made in my entire life. And not because I made this much money, but because the way my life is going.
Exactly.
Who you're becoming.
Who you're becoming.
Right, my environment's changing. The people I'm around is different. Like everybody around me right now, same mindset. Let's get it. Let's go every morning. Let's go make some money.
Yeah.
We're all trying to better each other too.
Everyone, you know, that's the good thing with this job. Everyone is there for each other. Everyone has the same goals. Everyone is pushing each other. So, you know, we're all trying to get the same outcome.
We're on that Maven experience, baby.
Yeah.
The Maven
let's
experience.
Exactly.
We're on the path to be Mavens, dude. And
Bettering ourselves and each other too.
pushing. It's crazy how this job does change you. Because same thing with Jimmy. I remember going home and I was like, because I'm actually, believe it or not, before this job, I was an introvert. Like, I'm the guy that's like, I don't like to be the center of attention. I'm kind of sitting back. I'm more of like an observer. And so for me to go knock on random people's doors was way, way, way outside my comfort zone. Like that was really actually hard for me as a rookie.
Right.
But I also had a very high desire for success. And so my desire to want to be successful was heavier than the fear that I had of like knocking on a stranger's door.
Right.
And the first month it was a battle, man. It was like, holy cow, I'm so scared to talk to somebody random on their door and bother them and interrupt their dinner.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden I'd be like, no, but this is what you're going to get from it. This is the type of lifestyle you're going to have if you crush this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that desire was heavier, and that's what made me keep going. And then eventually it got easier.
That was my biggest thing too as a rookie, like, was just the fear of knocking the door, and I just couldn't get over it. But one day, like, I realized I'm only going to talk to this person. I'm never going to talk to this person ever again in my life. So, you know, I was like, I'm just going to say whatever I have to say and whatever I have to do
Just NPCs.
to get the sale, because like I'm never going to talk to them again. Like I'm just going to say whatever I need to say.
Exactly.
Once I realized that, once I lost the fear of knocking the door, like everything changed.
Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing about it, like the best part about this job too, is that like we're all grinding together. And then when we post in the group me, like somebody's got a sale, it's just like, oh man, I gotta go get one. Like I gotta go get one.
Boosts
now.
me up. It boosts you up.
We're
Oh my
all
God.
in the same boat, and like we're all like striving for something like in that day. And then when we see somebody achieve that, we're like, okay, now it's our
Exactly.
turn. It's our turn to go get that.
That's another thing too. That's why I couldn't do the year-round thing, because I don't have like boosts like that. Like we're very competitive. If I see someone gets a sale in the group chat, I'm like, bro, now I have to get one. Like I have to do it.
Exactly, man. It's like, it's kind of
Yeah.
like in the gym, bro. Like I was working out, and then I was.
You saw T Woody pushing 3 plates. You're like, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I saw. But I was pushing myself, and I was like at my last rep, and I was like, ugh. And like I just said that last, ugh. And then Matt was with me, and he was like, come on, do it. And I pushed 3 more. I was like, damn, bro. If I didn't have him there, bro, like I wouldn't have done that.
Stopped.
Yeah.
And it's just that little motivation is what like pushes you further. Like it's what makes you grow. It's what makes you, it's what pushes you past your limit and makes you reach your full potential.
And a lot of us reach that at 8:45, 8:30 p.m. We're like, oh, damn. And then you'll knock one more. Boom, sale.
Exactly.
It's literally crazy. That's one of my sales in my second week. It was like last door.
That's how it is.
That's how I got one of my first sales
you
too.
could grind all day and get rejected, everything, nothing goes the way you want it to, and then you look at that right before you're about to leave area, you look at the last door and you're like, should I hit it? That's gonna be your sale. Your last door you knock is gonna be your sale.
Exactly. And what pushed me to get one of my sales last week too is that it was no cars, no signs of life in the house. I just looked at it and I was just like, no, I don't need to. But then like I was just like,
Might as
let
well.
me just waste a minute of my life to knock on the door, see if they're home, and if not, then okay, cool, whatever.
Nothing to
I
lose.
just next door. But then I got the sale. What else?
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just literally like a minute of your life to take that time to see if it's if it's just the slightest chance of even getting that sale or pushing past that goal that you limit yourself to.
Because it's not gonna hurt. You might as well.
Exactly,
It's
man.
not gonna hurt to do it.
Exactly.
What are you gonna lose? 5 minutes?
A minute? even that,
That
bro.
5 minutes could make your whole week better.
Exactly, man.
Right.
Exactly. That 1 minute, the 30 seconds of you knocking on that door, they don't answer. Okay, next door.
Whatever.
But if they do answer, boom, you got a sale,
Got a
man.
shot.
Like, that's exactly what I experienced, and like that's what just keeps me going, man. Like, you know,
fact
you never
that-
know when it's gonna happen. You wouldn't expect this house to have, you know, to sell.
That's
exactly the house that's gonna sell.
That's a
you know?
big thing with solar too. Like most Vivint reps will just skip all Vivint customers. Like just skip them.
Right.
It's like, bro, you might as well just go try to set it, because if it takes 3 minutes and then you make $3,000, it's like it's that easy.
Exactly, man. That's
It's like,
what's
bro,
trash.
so many people are just missing out on so many opportunities of money. They're just
Yeah.
Vivint all over the neighborhood, and they're just skipping all the Vivint houses. It's like, bro, you might as well stop for 2-3 minutes, and if it comes to it, like you make $3,000
Exactly,
from
man.
just that, from just
Exactly.
you know knocking it. That's it.
Let's do it. I think we're gonna wrap up, but I want to ask both the rookies question.
Hey.
Hey, Diego,
Oh.
if you don't mind, yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure his mic's close first, and then we'll get to him.
All right, for sure.
Do you mind sharing with us your internal motivation, your why? Like, why are you out here pounding the pavement, doing something that most people can't do?
Well, for me personally, it all comes back to giving back. My favorite thing to do, even going out, like just out to the club or whatever, like I just, you know, hey, you want a drink? Okay, yeah, I'll buy you a drink. Because I have, you know, I'm blessed with this opportunity to make this much money to where I can just give it out, you know. That's what it all comes down to for me. I like just giving back to people and, you know, people in need. So that's what kind of pushes me, especially. And then to bring it back a little more, it's more on my family. We didn't grow up in like the best neighborhood, but I would say like we're pretty blessed, I guess. You know, we didn't struggle too much. I mean, we did have a single mother, you know, pushing us, or she was like the motivation to, you know, be the image that we should aspire to be. And yeah, just pushing to like, you know, just give back, honestly. So the reason I'm out here is just to be the. I was also raised in a household full of women, like my mother, my aunt, my grandmother, my other aunt, like my sister. They're who raised me, made me who I am today, and they're not in the best position they are right now. So I mean, if I can go out and push myself to benefit support myself and be able to support my family, that's what's my biggest motivation, is to, you know, make sure that I'm good and make sure that, you know, if my family needs help, I could be their support to help them, and just be able to give back and, you know, help those in need. That's my biggest motivation.
It's awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable, sharing that with us.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's crazy when like your why is bigger than yourself, how much more motivated you are. Like when you're doing it for someone else,
Exactly.
it's like you try harder, like you go harder, dude.
And I imagine too, like for like some of us with kids, like it's not just you. Like you got to support your kid, obviously. So you're out here pushing not just for yourself, but for your kid and for the family. So you're out there, like it's I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like it just gives you a little more motivation to like just push a little harder.
Yeah. And you're trying to also set example to your kids.
Exactly. That too. Yeah. That's a big thing too. Cause, I didn't grow up with a father figure. Like they divorced when I was 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that. And then from then on, I didn't have a father figure. So, I was just pretty much raised by my mother. She was my mom and dad at the same time. Just a single mother making it work, like blissfully. Like we didn't struggle at all because my mom just worked so hard. Like she was just so driven to like make sure that we had food on the table, make sure we had clothes on our backs, you know. And I just look up to my mom a lot to, be able to support myself and my like our friends too. Like I look at my friends as my family too, because me personally, I'm not home a lot, so I'm with my friends a lot. So all my friends are pretty much my family. So I take care of my friends as much as I can. If I see a homeless guy on the street, like I'll give him $1 or give him $2, $5. It's just like the biggest goal in or the biggest, what's the word? I don't know, but like pretty much just like give back to people. That's the biggest thing. And from my perspective, like you want to just be able to give back to people so that you could spread kindness, spread love, and just make the world a better place. Just spreading love.
Karma.
You know what I mean?
It's good
Karma. That's the word.
good karma.
Yeah. Because everything that what comes around goes around.
What you put in the world comes back to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Dude, that's freaking money. Thank you. Good shit, dog. My big guy.
Yeah.
Aydin, I don't know if you can match that. Make the world a better place.
Oh, it's tough.
What's your so Aydin, what's your why, brother? What's your internal motivation?
So I got a
Keep you
few motivations. Okay, my number one motivation is my entire life since I was a little kid. I wanted to be a millionaire. I gotta have a Lamborghini. I gotta have these nice things, big ass house. Everybody's dream. I want it, and I've been fighting for it my whole life. That's why I started my own business and try to do what I did. My other motivation is my family, like similar to Diego. Okay, my brother. Before I came out here, he's like, "You sure you want to do this?" Because my brother owns a business. He has a dealership. He's very successful. He's like, "You sure you want to do this? Like door to door, man. Like it's not really what you want to do." And I told him, I was like, "Look, I got nothing to lose. If I go, I'm gonna kill it. If I don't, I'm coming home." Right? That guy right there, my brother, he is my motivation, because the day he told me that it's gonna be hard, I was like, oh yeah, watch. I'm gonna show you that it's not hard. I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna be like, damn, right? And then, like Diego said, family, we were broke, right? Growing up, Section 8, didn't have money, right? Same shoes all year. My mom wasn't buying me new shoes. My mom wasn't buying me new clothes, right? But I began picked on, like, oh, this guy's doing the same stuff. But that was my push, right? I want to be able to provide for my mom. I want to be better than my brother. My brother's successful. He's 10 years older than me. He provides for all of us. If I need money, I'm calling my brother. He's like my dad, right? Because my dad's not there, okay? So my goal is to be better than him, right? I'm not in a competition to, like, one-up him, but I want to be better than him, so that way he's like, oh, yeah, my brother's badass. He's
proud of you.
Exactly.
Proud of you.
Right. Kind of like, because at the end of the day, my brother, he's like a father figure, right? He raised me. He told me everything. He taught me everything. So I want to make sure I'm making him proud. And everybody at home, my girl's family, my family, they're all waiting to hear, what am I doing? How is it going?
Right.
I called them today. I was like, hey, I was number 8 in the company last week. And they're like, oh, yeah, they're like all juiced. And that right there, that makes me ready for tomorrow. That makes me want to be number 1 this week. I want to be the top rookie this week. Like that's literally, I love it. I love being able to call home and be like, I did fucking great last week.
It's the best feeling.
And then they're like, oh my God, they were not expecting that. They're like,
Yeah.
oh man. They wanted to hear like, oh,
I'm coming home.
I know, like, I don't know. I'm not really liking this. No. I call them. I'm like, yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm like, everything's awesome. I made hella money. I'm like, I made 4 deals last week. So that stuff right there, that's my push.
There you go.
Family, the motivation of making my brother proud, right? My surroundings, my environment at home. I want everybody who knows me to know me as a different person next year. They're gonna hear Aydin, they're like, damn, Aydin, dude, you hear about Aydin? He's doing great, right? He's doing, God knows what he's doing. You don't even know what he's doing. That's where I want to be. And that's my motivation.
What color is the Lambo?
Yellow. Oh, yellow. Lamborghini yellow.
Lamborghini
Lambo.
Mercy.
On black?
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
chick, she's
Yellow
so
on black?
thirsty.
Yellow and black.
Ooh.
That's tough.
Let's go, baby. You're going to get there.
We're
gonna
only
get it.
getting
We're gonna
better.
get it.
Only getting better.
Eventually,
Well,
we'll get there.
Aydin, I appreciate you, brother. That's awesome.
Thank you,
So
man.
you got some haters at home. Not haters, but
not haters.
your brother was like a little doubtful.
He was
Motivators.
kind of like,
And you're
you
like-
probably shouldn't do that.
You're like, I want to kind of prove you wrong.
Yeah.
I had that
Yeah.
too. I had my my
Yeah.
old boss was like, bro, you're gonna go do doors. You're gonna knock on doors, Dad. You're gonna suck, bro. And I was like, oh. So when it got hard, bro, trust me, his face popped in my head, and I was like, nah, I'm going. I'm getting
Yep.
a deal today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think about him every time I'm having a hard week. I'm like, no way.
I could
I'ma show
definitely
these
relate on that too. That's probably,
Tell us yours, Jimmy. Jimmy, what's your why?
well, I mean, there's a lot, to be honest, but like I can relate, on the hate. That's like one of the biggest. Is like I have a lot of doubters, a lot of hate back home. Obviously, family, father figure, a lot of that stuff. It all adds up, but like that's my biggest thing. Is I always look down on back home. I kind of grew up as like the party kid, wild. So all of the parents, everyone thought I wouldn't be successful.
Right.
So
And that pushed you.
that really pushed me, because like how I look at it now is I'm making more in 4 months than all my friends' parents make with their salary. So that just really pushes me.
Mic drop.
Really pushes me. I'm just like,
Stud.
now you can't say anything to me. Like, I'm doing better than your parents make in 1 year.
Not
Don't
just
talk
you,
to
your parents. Bro.
Your parents.
Right. Your parents are making more than you.
Where-
But I'm
And
making
it
more
also
than them.
really pushes me too, is because, all the people, people I went to school with, like I said, they looked at me as like, the party animal kid. And like now they're all in college, going to college for 4 years. Now they're in debt, right?
Dealing with headaches.
They're just wasting time, and now they're partying, and I'm doing this,
Wow.
just
Leveling up.
way ahead of it. I'm just
Wow.
way ahead. Like that's what really pushes me, is just to like.
I love that.
I mean, most people they don't like it, but I love shitting. I love shitting on my haters. Like I don't mean it like that, like shitting on people, but like just the people that didn't believe in me and talked down. It just feels good that I'm able to show them that I can do that. But no, I'm not like that. I love helping people out. Like I like all my team, the Wisco boys. Like it makes me feel good that I'm able to make them the best sales guy ever. Like it makes me feel good to do that. And obviously I like helping out a lot of people. Like I didn't mean it like that. That's what I
No,
meant
I
to
get
say.
you.
Yeah.
We all get you. Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break for our sponsor, Celsius. If you're feeling like energy is drained and you're trying to kick ass on the day,
You're already sponsored.
Take
by
a-
Celsius.
Yeah.
Yo,
take a shot of some
stud.
Celsius sparkling orange. Yeah, we're not sponsored.
Hey,
but
can I get the rest?
Not yet.
Celsius,
Can I get the rest
Celsius, if you want to make a good play,
of that, bro? Is it empty?
slide in the DMs.
Let me get the rest of it. Oh wow.
You don't want that, bro.
A Celsius a day helps your sales go
Like do a better day.
great.
Go great.
I like the tagline, Celsius, slide
Hey,
in the
no
DMs.
cap.
Let's talk money.
I'm probably drinking 3 Celsiuses a day on the doors. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're going crazy on it.
Yeah.
Bloop. Hey, I love it. Guys, thanks for being on. Had a great time.
The
Hopefully,
ones that
Thanks for having
know.
us. Thanks for
The
having
ones
us.
that know
thanks for
know.
being on. If you like the podcast, we would love the support. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.